Alright guys, welcome to another video, and in this video I want to show you some common signs or common things or common errors that you make that destroy your carriage board. If you notice your carriage board just suddenly stopped working, or if you don't want your carriage board to stop working all of a sudden, please pay attention to this video. It can be a lifesaver. Number one thing you must do to ensure that your board lasts long and stays working for a long period of time is get a UPS. Please get a UPS. If you don't have a UPS that is running this machine, please run generator alone. The idea of your printing and the printer head is, the board is just dying under UPS is not good for this board. I heard it directly from the manufacturer. If you want to kill this board quickly, then don't use a UPS. Not using a UPS is the equivalent of, banging the head of your child when you want the child to sleep. Like you want the child to sleep, you just hit it a stick on the head. Bah! You want the child to hear, you just hit a stick. Bah! One day you will hit that child and child will not wake up again, because that's not the way a child should sleep. The proper way a child should sleep is for the child to sleep. So the proper way your board should sleep is for you to turn it off, right? But when your light just suddenly goes off on that board, it's not good for the board, especially when the board is printing. When the board is printing, it means it's active, it's initialized, it's expecting to work. It's doing a lot of mathematical calculation. This particular board is trying to do a lot of calculation, so it's already hot. A short circuit on that board will destroy this processor, and this processor is the most important processor on your board, including this one. So the moment any of these processors fry up, your board has gone. You have to buy another one. And I hear some people say they can fix it. It's very hard to fix these things. You have to be experienced with electronics to be able to fix it. So that is thing number one you should not do with your board. Get a UPS. It's not good for your board to be dying by itself. It's not fair. Generator is going off, light is going off. If you live in a country where there is no stable electricity, please buy a UPS. And somebody says, what UPS do you need for a machine like this? Get a 3.5 kVA UPS. It's just perfect for your machine. That's number one. Number two thing you should not do with your printer, with your carriage board, is when the board is on, this cable pulls out, right? This cable is the cable that brings data and electricity to this board. So you notice that this board now has no physical connection of wire. So there's no wire now that is connecting this to the socket. This is the only wire that connects your board and this board. Now this wire brings power and it brings data. Let's say you are printing now, and then this thing just runs into a board or runs into a metal and it pulls out while the machine is on. It's going to fry this board instantly. That one is not even waiting. You know that UPS thing, the board is dying slowly. This one, the board will die instantly. So make sure that while this board is connected, you always cover the head of the board like this. Make sure you always do that. That's why I don't mess with it at all. Don't leave your board open like this. Too dangerous. Something can go wrong, right? It can run into a metal. Something can go wrong. Then number three, make sure you wait for tip number 4, because tip number 4 is actually also very, very important. But now let's go to tip number 3. Tip number 3, look at this cable. This is the printer head cable connected to this chip. Make sure that this cable never runs into this wall. Like, make sure. That's why you should just always have this board covered, right? This must not remove while the machine is on. If this cable removes while the machine is on, it's going to damage this board instantly, right? Or one or two things. It could damage the printer head, or it can damage this board instantly. Do you understand what I'm saying? So avoid letting this cable come out while the machine is on. If this cable comes out when the machine is off, that's not a problem. But if this cable comes out when the machine is off, that's not a problem. But if this cable comes out when the machine is on, it could be that you have short-circuited this board, or you have short-circuited the printer head, both of which is bad. The board is like 450,000 naira. This printer head is 275,000 naira. Both of them are not cheap, so you don't want that to happen to your headboard. Then tip number 4, all of this still relates with you covering this headboard. while you are printing, for instance, or maybe you are working with solvent, make sure solvent doesn't pour on top of this board. It's not good for solvent to pour on top of this board. The moment solvent pours on it, you don't know what solvent might pour on. And solvent is a dangerous liquid. It can actually short circuit something and it can destroy your board. Now I'm going to give you tip number 5. It's a bonus tip and we've covered it before. Make sure that this board is not dusty. If you want to use this board for as long as possible, make sure this board is not dusty. What dust does, dust and air, once it collects at the teeth of these pins, it's going to make the pins get rusty, and once the pins get rusty, it damages, and you don't want that to happen to your board, right? So I think that's pretty much all you need to know. If you want to use this board for a really long time, follow all of these rules that I've given to you, and you'll be amazed how long you can use these boards. All right, guys, I hope this has helped you. If it has, I want you to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye, take care.